Hi Taurus, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome into your weekly read for the week of August 14th to the 20th, 2023. So we're going to begin and pull from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck and we'll shift on forward to the Light Seers Tarot. But to begin for my amazing Tauruses. Felt a little stuck. That could be speaking upon the energy, you trying to accomplish something. You may feel stuck in a situation in this part of your path, this chapter. Spirit's saying we'll wrap it up with a bow when the time is right and the way it's meant to. And you'll accomplish what you're meant to at the appropriate time. Nightingale spirit, mouse spirit, and moth spirit. Very interesting. The letter M coming into play. I don't know why. But we also have starfish spirit talking about you being very open to the possibilities, the infinite possibilities. There's a sense of you being very expressive throughout the week, very confident, knowing your worth came out in Leo's as well. A sense of you just being kind of a presenter. I almost said storyteller, which also came up in Leo's. So I would watch their reading. The center of your soul, for whatever reason, is what I'm getting. And I just feel like certain aspects of your physical appearance, like your hair, your hands, are coming into play. Could be other aspects, your arms, I want to say. But let's speak upon the Nightingale spirit. Love is all around you. And you're going to feel that throughout the week. There's music throughout your week that's going to be beneficial and just enjoyable. When you feel drawn to put on some music, absolutely do so. When you feel the need to write down, or I'm getting Shazam, you know, that app where you can, you know, pick up on a song, save a song to download later or to download one, do it. There's a reasoning. You're being guided. I really sense that you are knowing too much at times, and that may frustrate you. It may be an overload, or just, you know, when you know something, or you figure something out, or someone tells you something, or you overhear something, it's like, I didn't need to know that. Okay. A sense of that coming to be throughout the week, or being reminded to you. You may find that messages come through from spirit quite often, and one of which I'm getting birds specifically, but nature in and of itself. It's going to be a week for you. You may find yourself quite busy, but at times not busy enough. It's like the satisfaction that comes from staying busy and doing what you have to do, plus some, it just feels really gratifying. But Spirit's saying you will get to where you're meant to. You will accomplish what you're meant to in a larger sense, regardless, in a divine timing kind of way, divinely guided way. All the meanwhile, staying extra busy in moments where you could be healing and resting, and potentially doing something more simplistic, is not going to fast track you. So try to remind yourself of that when you may, just without even thinking about it, or very intentionally even, maybe a bit of both throughout the week, trying to fill in those empty spots. There may also be a highlight on the fact that some of us drawn to the reading, like myself, have certain habits, certain factors of their life where you maintain it, continue it, because you feel something's lacking within or in your life in general. And Spirit's saying you'll figure that out moving forward, but it doesn't feel like a week where you're going to figure that out or make significant progress in regards to it. Just keeping it real, but that's not for everybody. The mouse spirit talking about tending to the small things, all right? And so there's a noticing of the details, picking up on things, being very observant throughout the week. Little creatures, bugs, stuff like that being part of your week, maybe just in conversation or social media is what I'm hearing. If you refresh, say, for example, the Instagram Explore page, or you go onto social media and you see something very off-putting, Spirit's saying this is going to happen more moving forward, okay? But there may be very odd things that intrigue you throughout the week. Instagram posts I'm getting specifically again, but social media posts, things you see on TV and movies, in person, ads is what I'm getting, or in person, otherwise. It's just a highlighting of the fact that you're changing. You're not rewinding back to an old version of you, you're changing, and what intrigues you speaks upon, as my wrist just cracked, upon even more so how you're going to evolve moving forward. I feel like you're well spoken and outgoing to an extent, and at times overthinking. People think you overthink more than you do, but I just feel like you're just, I'm saying just a lot. You're in the moment, okay? You're in your head to an extent, but not as much as people think. Moth spirit, surrender now. Don't repeat, just say it and move on. The time is now to surrender to the present moment and don't overthink the past, and don't be so hungry for the future that you miss the details, you miss the moments, the experiences that you should be one with at this time. All right. I'm also hearing a sensitive soul. You can try to pretend that you're not sensitive or you're not heartfelt, not emotional at times, but maybe to please someone else, or because that's what they want you to be, to fit that mold, or because you want to fit in. It's not going to change who you are. All right. But to continue for Taurus, the Two of Pentacles. What you know is what you know, so just accept that and let's move on. The Two of Pentacles, talking about how you're going through a balancing act, weighing out the pros and cons of what you have at hand, comparing even what you know you're going to achieve and accept moving forward to what you have now. It just feels like a back and forth vibe about you, not in regards to what you want, but in regards to bouncing from the past to the future to the present moment, and so on and so on. Shuffling up kind of vibes. It does feel like things will go from busy to slow at certain points, however that applies to your situation. From one moment to the next, you will achieve a lot. From one moment to the next, you will apply the true ability to adapt, to conquer is what I'm hearing. Multitasking will be part of your week as well. There are stars in your eyes is what I'm getting. Did that come out in a money and career read for you? Death and rebirth. I do sense that you're having a week where you're transforming, you're changing, you want to change. There's a hunger for difference. Ooh, that came through in two different ways. Maybe a difference in a situation or just in life itself, but I want to say you crave a difference, a change for you individually, potentially on a multitude of levels. It could be speaking upon your path as well, but I'm really getting physical appearance, core changes as well. And Spirit is saying, get ready, buckle up, because those changes are going to be, coming to be quite efficiently, quickly moving forward due to certain other factors of your life switching out. Music to my ears is what I'm hearing. Music to my ears. I feel like your ability to bond with different types of people is coming into play. And you might find that you share a little bit too much, but Spirit's saying, even though that does remind you to be strategic and to kind of bite your tongue at times, not to share all the words is what I'm now hearing. I do sense that what you do share is purposeful. A very guided week. Five of Cups, talking about how you do overdo it at times. You do over reflect, over connect. Okay, the pieces. But where you do find yourself knowing that things are not perfect, allow for yourself to recognize that that is currently just the reality of the situation. Overstressing it, overly trying to change it, focus, it's just not going to do you any justice. So what are we going to focus on more so? You might find that a random conversation or just a random new task pops up, guided by Spirit, in order for you to no longer notice what is truly annoying or imperfect, or just pushes you to reflect more so. Before we get ready to wrap this up, the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Cups. You are very strong in how independent and different you are, and that's coming through very strongly throughout the week. But there's a vibe of you reaching for your independence throughout the week at certain points. You need to maintain or bring back that hope, and you might help other people do that as well. But also at other points, balancing that out with rest, relaxation, replenishment, self-care, resting your strong Taurus heart so that you can move forward and accomplish more, right? Again, going back to this, balancing things out in that sense as well. But the Seven of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, because you have a lot to get done, you have a lot to contemplate, but don't overthink all the meanwhile. There's a fine line between the two, all right? A fine line between the difference. But I just feel like all the meanwhile, you're seeing the wheel churn in your favor dramatically at certain points and in smaller ways at other points. Again, tending to the smaller aspects of your week, your path, all the meanwhile. But I feel like you need to at times, and it may not be your fault that this is kind of happening, but it might be all just that's on your plate, you name it. Reground yourself, okay? Plant your feet and move forward with confidence and allow for yourself, which I feel like you'll do either way, and you'll find yourself achieving more than expected by the end of the week. It feels like this is a time for you to shine and to glow, to do what you do best and find yourself with advancement all the meanwhile, all right? I do feel like at times when you do need to step out of your head, all right? Get out of your Taurus mind and allow for yourself to experience, to be one with the present moment once again. And you're going to find yourself being fast-tracked towards what you're more so meant for, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your week, Taurus, and I'll see you next time.